have a strained voice? If you are not sure, then keep on watching, because in this video I'm going to talk about strained vocal cord symptoms and how to recognize if you're damaging your voice or not. Stop straining your voice and keep it healthy for many years to come. Hi and welcome back. If we haven't met yet, I'm Katarina. I'm a speech and language pathologist from How to Improve Singing, and here on this channel I share tips on how to use your voice in a healthy and efficient way. So if you are new here, consider subscribing to this channel and hitting that bell notification icon so that you don't miss any of my videos. This is the first video in a series about strained voice symptoms and causes, signs of strained vocal cords, vocal exercises to stop straining, and remedies to heal your voice fast. Having strained vocal cords is a serious problem that can lead to permanent structural and functional changes. But don't panic. If a vocal cord strain is uncovered early and appropriate steps are applied right away, changes on the vocal cords are fully reversible. But how do you know if you are straining your voice? The bad news is that you will never know 100% if your vocal cords are damaged or not unless you visit a voice specialist who can look at your vocal cords directly with a scope. The good news is that there are some ways to recognize warning signs of vocal strain. If you pay attention to these signs, you can protect your voice. Here are 3 tips to help you recognize vocal strain. Tip number 1, observe. Sometimes you can see visible signs of strain on your neck, jaw, and shoulders. If you see neck muscles or blood vessels popping out, you know you exert too much vocal effort. Tension in the jaw and the neck can easily transfer to the vocal cords and affect their function. Also, raised shoulders or chin can lead to vocal strain. So, bring a mirror into your practice room and do your vocal routine in front of a mirror. You can spot unnecessary movements and tension right away and stop them before it's too late. By the way, do you practice singing in front of a mirror? Let me know in the comments below. Tip number 2, feel. If you are feeling any discomfort, pain, soreness, or tightness in your throat during or after singing, you know that you are not using the right technique. Singing should never feel painful. Therefore, pain is a very clear indicator that you may be straining your vocal cords. Vocal fatigue is another warning sign that your voice needs immediate attention. Vocal fatigue means that the voice quality declines during a speaking or singing task. Your voice gets progressively hoarse or breathy, and it may feel weak after singing or talking. Other throat sensations such as tickling in the throat after singing or feeling of a lump may indicate that your vocal cords are not happy. In order to recognize these signs, you need to develop awareness and listen to your voice. Sometimes singers experience pain, but they don't listen to their body and continue singing in the same abusive way and end up with a more serious vocal injury. Get to know your voice intimately. Know what your voice likes and what irritates it. Keep on improving your awareness of how it feels when you sing. Tip number 3, listen. Even though singers are encouraged to feel, not listen to their voice, sometimes it is very obvious that the voice is strained. Any changes in the voice quality may indicate structural changes on the vocal cords. If you sound hoarse, raspy, harsh, breathy, or croaky, that is a good indicator that something is happening to your voice. You may be hoarse or breathy in one part of your vocal range or throughout the whole vocal range, depending on the severity of the damage. If you suddenly lose your voice after singing, you may have vocal trauma and you need to visit a voice specialist as soon as possible. Now, let's talk about vocal cord swelling. Some of the most typical swollen vocal cord symptoms are a sudden inability to sing high notes and a deeper sounding voice. That's because swollen vocal cords are thicker than normal due to a fluid buildup inside the vocal cords. This thickening is actually a protective mechanism to avoid more serious damage to the vocal cords. But when the vocal cords are thick, they cannot vibrate at high frequencies, which are the high notes in your upper register. So, if you cannot sing high notes that you were able to sing before, it is a clear indicator that your vocal cords may be swollen. Now that we've covered the most common symptoms, what are the causes of strained vocal cords from singing? While there may be several reasons, the most common cause of strained voice is inadequate vocal technique. It all comes down to a balance between the vocal cords and the air pressures below the vocal cords. If the air pressure is too high, the vocal cords have to resist this pressure, and as a result they strain. It is very common to use too much air or create too much air pressure under the vocal cords in inexperienced singers. But there are some easy vocal exercises that will teach you how much air to use for sound production. And I will be talking about these exercises and vocal strain remedies in my future videos. For example, in my very next video, I will share 3 very concrete steps you need to take to heal strained vocal cords. So stay in the loop by hitting that red subscribe button and check out my other videos on this topic right here below. And I will see you in my next video.